What exactly didn't you understand when I told you to never slam the door? I didn't mean to. I snuck a glance at the door. The smell was gone, and the breath was too. If there was someone in the first place, of course. Here, a mere 5 meters away from Mom, my fear was slowly weakening, melting like snow in spring. And with the last bit of strength I had left in my body, too. My legs gave way. I propped myself up against the wall so I wouldn't fall over. Mom's expression had changed immediately. The cold mass of strictness and detachment was gone. Mom looked the same as before all those quarrels. She finally saw my condition, my wet pants plastered with snow. Where have you been? What did I tell you, huh? I told you to stay home. Am I nothing to you? Oh, how dare you listen to me? I guess you don't care about me at all. I got afraid she would cry. I reached out to her like when I was very little and wanted her to cuddle me. But Mom regained her composure fast and put on her usual face. Her eyes shined like steel. Her voice rang out. Your dad can't find his cigarettes. Oh no, what a tragedy. Be honest, did you snatch them? Were you smoking in secret? Ma'am, I have to tell you, I'm a cigarette thief. No, I'm just kidding, I didn't take them. There was someone chasing me. I thought... I stuttered as soon as I started explaining myself. Tears welled up in my eyes. Mom leaned towards me and sniffed at my clothes like a beast, searching for the smell of tobacco. Tobacco. Then she squinted her eyes in suspicion and looked into the front yard. Her expression changed in an instant, and she covered her mouth with her hand. Oh, shoot. Is there actually someone out there? Look over there, at the fence. Oh, God. What happened? My heart started thumping as if I became prey once again and my pursuers were following me into the field. I could swear that I heard something scratch at the door, just like in my nightmare. Mom beckoned me with her finger, and I gathered on my remaining bravery to look into the kitchen window facing my fear. Oh. Hello. I could barely discern some hairy silhouettes swimming in the snow through the icy winter pattern on the glass. Dogs. Just a small pack of strays with no name and no owner, barely reminding me of the hungry monsters that live on the edge of the forest. Was I actually just getting chased by dogs? Oh boy, were you scared of them? I think they'd be rather scared of you, Anton. Not funny, ma'am. Wait, and what if they're rabid? The smile had slowly disappeared from Mom's face. Now she looked at the dogs as if it was her first time seeing them. What if they attack Olia? Mom? I wish your dad could just shoot them all. I wish he wouldn't. Mom, look, they're alive. Huh? What? Are they your friend or foe after all? Make up your mind. You're not a little kid anymore. Mom sighed in annoyance, and I felt so bitter that my lower lip and I bit my lower lip and fixed my gaze on the cobweb-ridden corner. Well, some detective I am. In reality, I wasn't risking my life among monsters, but rather my pants among a pack of stupid strays. And what for? What use do I have for this mitten? Of course! A dark and sticky mitten that belonged to the lost boy made a squishy sound in my hands. Seems like I was clutching it the whole time. That's my trump card as a detective. I hurried to present this clue to my mom. Mom, look, this is Vova's mitten. That boy the police were asking about? It's drenched in blood. I found it hanging on a tree. I can show you where. How do you know it's Vova's mitten? Let's call the police right away, like the officer told us to. Mom, look. Ew. I mean, fair. A shadow of doubt slowly crept onto Mom's contorted face, as if she was trying to remember something distant, like someone tries to remember their dream, but the image slips away. Stop it this moment. Olia will go insane if she hears you. She already has trouble sleeping and whines all the time. And you joke around like this. I'm not... Oh, what? Okay, I guess I am joking. Whoops, sorry. At the moment I realized the mitten was actually wet from snow. There was no blood whatsoever. I wanted to sink through the floor from embarrassment. I told you, it was soup, it wasn't blood. Come here, my boy, who cried Wolf. Oh, don't just stand there. Come take your pills. My pills. A golden-colored pill, reminiscent of a dead wasp, fell into my palm. I already took one during breakfast. Don't talk over me. I told you to stay home, and you... Dad would have given you a good whipping for that. Why are you whipping your children? Stop whipping your children. Come on, take it, or you won't be able to sleep at night, and you have school tomorrow. But I already took one. How many of these a day do I need? Okay, I'm already suspicious about the pills. I'm suspicious of the parents, and I'm suspicious of this random pill. So I had to swallow the bitter medication, drinking it down with similarly awful water that gave off a taste of chlorine. Maybe it wasn't Vova's mitten. Maybe it wasn't a mitten at all. I'm pretty sure it was a mitten. Just like the forest monsters, and Olia's owl. Am I going mad? What's happening to me? Either the pill had an immediate effect, or my overexerted brain didn't let fear inside anymore. Serenity washed over me, bringing yawny indifference along with it. Anton, you done? See? You can do it when you try. Do what? Take off your coat. Are you asleep? No, Mom, I was just thinking. What about, I wonder? It's just something silly. Mom scrutinized me with suspicious eyes, as if she wasn't sure she was looking at her own son and not some doppelganger that came from the forest. Maybe I am. Is everything all right? You had the exact same expression when the policeman asked you about the window. I'm all right, Mom. She heaved a deep sigh. Fine. What the hell is going on? It seemed like the house had changed. The sofa's fabric had become discolored. Fingerprints appeared on the bathroom tiles. What? The light bulbs also felt different. Dimmer and yellower. Even the saliva inside my mouth had a different taste. Is this like... What was the game that had like the medicine that kind of switched? Was that Frambeau? Where you just kind of like switched universes whenever you took drugs? Was it like Frambeau drugs? A melody from Aladdin. Wait, that's not how you spell Aladdin. I would know because I always misspell it, I think. I'm pretty sure it's Aladdin. Yeah, Frambeau. Because this feels like Frambeau. The house is like changing whenever I take dead wasp drugs, so that's weird. A melody from Aladdin could be heard from the upper floor. Olia was done rewatching her favorite Little Mermaid episodes? It's the movie, and switched to the other tapes. I slowly changed into my home clothes, stopped before the sink, and studied my reflection in the mirror, like I was trying to solve one of those spot the difference puzzles. Then I went upstairs. Jafar's and Iago's voices died down. I walked past Olia's bedroom and slipped into my own. Oh, cool. Open. One of the drawers was empty. I hid the policeman's phone number along with the mitten in there. Where are you, Vova? I don't know where Vova is. This simple action drained the last bit of strength from me. Cool. I sat on the bed. And only then I noticed there was someone behind the curtains. That's Olia. It's literally Olia. My tired hand dropped to the sheets. You said she loves hiding behind curtains, and that is absolutely Olia, so I'm not scared, and you can't get me, game. Whether it was due to the medication I took or the stress I underwent, the room began to contort as if the wind was blowing the walls out like a pair of sails. The room's corner bent and undulated. The only stable thing in the whole room was the figure between the windowsill and the curtains. A flimsy piece of cloth was stuck to my hidden visitor, just like a savant of sorts. Olia? Who else would be standing there? I stood up and licked my dried lips. Yeah, Olia, it's so funny. The silhouette was unmoving. It was enveloped softly by the curtains, as if there was a thick layer of darkness and not a human being. It's very obviously Olia's silhouette, but you're gonna open it, it's just gonna like grow 6 feet and be another wolf. I reached towards the curtains. But my heartbeat controlled my medication. The wind sang in the field with a chorus of voices. For a second, I wanted to return to the bed. Just lie down and watch the person behind the curtains, knowing full well they were looking back at me. They were looking without blinking, waiting for me to fall asleep. Plastic rings rustled against the holder when I pulled open the curtains. Gotcha. Yep, called it. Hi. You are such a beam. I knew it was you from the beginning. A blindingly bright halo lit up above Olia's head with the setting sun as the background. My sister was shining. When she was just a baby, Dad always used to say she was shining with happiness. I always retorted, but Dad, she's not some flashlight. But I brought her to the window one day and sunlight poured on her smiling face. I felt like I was holding a child woven from light. Yeah, her hair is very light. And her eyelashes, but so are yours. I saw everything. Oh, really? What did you hide? She was just like my mom when she was little, before she put on her sad mask of tiredness and switched to her commanding tone of voice. It's nothing, just... Olia ran up to the table, her eyes round, and asked, You stole something and hid it there? No, I can't steal from the forest. Well, I probably can, but you know. Are you a thief? What? Don't be stupid. I didn't steal anything. Ah, shoot. Clear image of something. What if I did steal it after all? From the forest, from the tilted figures standing behind black trees. Olia could be selfish and stubborn when she wanted. Then show me. Swear that you won't tell anyone, then I'll show you. Olia wore a plotting smile. I swear on Mom's heart. An oath she heard in one of the movies about pioneers we've watched. Don't say things like that. Olia nodded and made a gesture with her hand, locking her mouth with an imaginary key. She was filled with curiosity that was splashing in her giant eyes. I opened the drawer and Olia leaned in, holding her breath. It looked like there was not just a simple mitten, but some sort of exotic critter. Is this someone's mitten? She said that as if she couldn't understand what she saw. A certain boy lost it and got lost himself. Now do you understand how dangerous it is for kids to wander the forest, right? He must be really cold out there. Will they find him? They will. The police are going house to house, showing his photo to everybody. Olia traversed the room with care and pressed her tiny palms against the window. And why are they going to the houses and not the forest? Are they scared? The question caught me off guard. The police aren't scared of anything. Well, that's a lie. Yeah, right, flashed in my clouded mind. Did they really check every nook and cranny where darkness, cold, and whispers of icy branches dwell? If that's the case, how did they miss the mitten? Or did it appear later? For me? I changed the topic, as if trying to get Olia as far away as possible from the forest thicket. We may get a reward if I go and find the boy myself. A lot of stuff, like in Field of Wonders. Sounds cool, right? Olia wasn't listening to me. She was piercing the forest with incredibly adult eyes, uncharacteristic for her. What if the owl got him? Nonsense. An owl wouldn't be able to lift a human. But like, a dozen owls probably could. But you know what? I was picking my words with the utmost care. I forced them out of my overexerted brain. Stay away from the forest. I think it's, how should I put it? It's cursed or something. Just like in a fairy tale? No, not like that. More like in the spooky tape Mom and Dad are hiding from us. Olia shivered and stole a glance at the window. I saw you running away. Someone was chasing you? No, it's just, I was hurrying back home so Mom wouldn't be worried. As I looked at my sister, my heart was tearing apart. She was so fragile. It was so easy to stifle her light. I hope Olia doesn't, get snatched by the forest. She's adorable. She is my favorite character. A gust of wind, and her small fire would be gone. You're lucky. Mom won't even let me go outside. I'm like a princess in the tower. Can't go anywhere. I'll die from boredom here. You're wrong. No one has ever died from boredom. And you have me and your cartoons, and Mom and Dad will be good to teach each other soon. We'll be good to each other soon. You know what I would wish for on my next birthday? I'd wish for Mom and Dad to turn into children so we could all go play together like we used to. Yeah, and if you'd make them as small as bugs, we could place them in a little box. Olia giggled and tugged at my sleeve. Tony, let's go watch Aladdin. Fatigue won over my desire to be with my little sister. I was washed over by some sort of heinous apathy. I'm too tired, I don't want to. Come on. It's so boring alone, and Mom's always busy. We can pick a cartoon you haven't seen before. I know all of our tapes by heart at this point. Not all of them. You haven't watched Peter Pan. Remember how you fell asleep in the middle of it? That's usually not a good sign, Olia. And so much happens after that. Let's go. Maybe a bit later. Should I tell you how it ends? Let's leave that for tomorrow. I won't tell you tomorrow. I know, let's play hide and seek. No, Olia. Then draw me a dino. Olia, please. Draw it. Will you leave me alone already? That's mean. How dare you say that to her? Just draw her a little stick triceratops and go about your day. I blurted it out without thinking, and then I was immediately taken aback. I'd never screamed at my little sister like that. Olia stared at me in shock. Her lips started trembling, a precursor to tears. My chest was seething with disgust and embarrassment. What's happening to me? I hurried to prevent Olia from crying. All right, you win. Let's go watch cartoons for a bit. I don't wanna. I came up to her, put my hand on her soft head. Let's go. Oops. Let's go watch Peter Pan. Can you click, please? Thank you. Boo, you'll fall asleep again. I smiled and lifted her chin. Her eyes were wet and felt bottomless. I promise I won't. And I'll draw you a full Triceratops later. Hooray! Triceratops. Well, close enough. Olia rubbed her eyes with the sleeve of her pajamas, and a shining smile returned to her face. I'll go ask Mom for condensed milk and bread? Okay. And you rewind the tape. Yeah, I guess that was a snack back then. Back whenever this is. The bread is fresh, just how you like it. Alright, just be careful not to spill the milk, or you'll be yelled at again. Wanna bet I won't spill it? The tape is somewhere on the nightstand. Look for it. Olia disappeared into the doorway, and I dragged my feet into the neighboring room. Oh, cool. The scary window where Olia sees that accursed owl every night, lurking in the dark. Olia keeps the curtains open during the day, but as soon as the twilight comes, she shuts them tight, so she wouldn't see a pair of hungry eyes outside. Hello? A piggy bank. Olia is saving money for a real puppy because Dad said that taking care of him will be a lot of money. That is adorable. I would love a dog. What are the things I can click again? That stuff big. Okay, that's a weird noise. Olia has countless toys. An old teddy bear is the main attraction here. Olia doesn't sleep without it. And she digs her nose into its fur when she's asleep. What else can I click? I think that's it. Okay. Turn on the TV. The old photon TV was gathering dust in the corner. All that was left was clicking the button on the front panel. The tube warmed up and familiar white noise started dancing on the black screen. I almost reached out to turn on the VCR when the noise calmed down and a blurry image appeared for a moment. Do you guys have cable? Oh, creepy forest. It was a dark taiga forest, just like the one outside my window. The picture split the screen in half. Something creepy resembling human speech was coming out of the speaker. Yeah, this is pretty creepy. Just a few moments later, the scenery was again overshadowed by noise. Did it catch some rogue signal? Local TV station only really showed Soviet cartoons, and even that was pretty rare. And just recently, I used to always watch Robotech before school? I don't know what that is. It was so awesome. Maybe I should tinker with the antenna? What if I catch this channel again? On the other hand, Olia had asked me to find the tape. It wouldn't be nice to disappoint her. But in my sleepy state, I didn't have the strength to do all of it. Okay, save. Excuse me a moment. Okay, save there. Search. Okay, I sifted through the shelves full of dolls and blue hippos from Kinder Surprises. I found the tape I needed thanks to its shabby spine. I got the black rectangle from its box. Neverland. The tape inside it rustled while rewinding to the beginning. This rustle was lulling me to sleep. Drowsiness attacked me while I was squatting before the TV. Images whirled in my head, and Olia flying above the forest, tumbling in the soft clouds. My little sister is laughing, but her smile becomes more and more forced with every passing second. I notice that the clouds underneath us part, bearing the bristly pine tops. Swampy darkness slipped among the trees. The wings were no longer able to hold us in Olia. You haven't started without me, have you? My sister brought the tray with the unevenly cut bread and a whole can of condensed milk. Is that like ice cream? I don't really know. I rub my eyes. No, come sit. Mom and Dad are arguing again. They're going through rough times. Rough times are lame. On the screen, Wendy was hiding Peter Pan's shadow into the dresser. Olia was entertained by the cartoonish dog, Nana. Maybe Mom and Dad will buy us a dog too? Yeah, right. I'll have my own dog in the Neverland, and a cat and a parrot. Olia smeared a slice of bread with a thick layer of condensed milk and handed it to me. Have you lost all your baby teeth? Obviously. Olia frowned deep in thought. Peter Pan has baby teeth. What if they won't let you go to his land with adult teeth? We'll think of something. We'll ask Dad to alter your age in the passport. And why would Dad forge documents? Olia took a bite from the sandwich and started talking with her mouth full. He will. I hope Mom said that they did that before. Alright, baby. Tiny small. She is... I don't even know how old Olia is. She's like literally a baby. You'll grow ears as big as Dumbo. Olia got worried and touched her ear. I smiled to myself. My little sister was silent now. She just devoured bread, watching the adventures of Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, and James Hook. As if she got sucked into the fairy tale Neverland. To be honest, I also imagined myself there, in a land where one never ages, where no one argues over little things, where no one listens to fights and the sounds of broken plates at night. You guys must need to replace your dishware pretty often. It felt like I was dreaming with my eyes still open. Then my sister's scream pulled me back into reality. Tony, shut the curtains, fast! Why? No one's watching you. What? It's dark, and when it's dark, the owl comes. I'm scared. I got out of bed, fighting my drowsiness, and closed the curtains. Close. I did my best not to look outside, towards the treetops, toward the taiga forest, which seemingly drew closer and closer. Of course, it was just a visual effect from the shadow branches scraping the snow. Tony, Mom thinks I made the owl up. And Dad, too, thinks I'm a liar since I'm small. But the owl exists. Honestly it does. You do believe me, right? That it comes every night and... I swiftly grabbed Olia's hand and looked her in the eyes. I was trying to transfer at least some of my courage and determination. But did I really have those qualities? Yes, I believe you, alright? Just don't nag our parents about it anymore. They're already dealing with a lot, so they'll just get mad at you. Come and tell me if anything happens. And don't look out the window. But it wants me to look. Doesn't matter. Act like it doesn't exist and never existed. Like it's made up, just like Mom and Dad say. It'll get tired of waiting and fly away. I'm, like, actually really worried the forest is just gonna swipe Olia. It was madness, but after everything that's happened recently, I was more and more inclined to believe Olia's owl existed. Okay. Followed Peter Pan's adventures as if nothing had happened, as if the forest didn't kidnap kids, as if our parents weren't tearing each other apart bit by bit. Captain Hook was running away from a crocodile, and Captain Pan was headed to London on a gilded sailboat. By some miracle, I lasted longer than my little sister. Olia's eyelids had dropped, and she started snorting lightly, resting her chin on the side of the bed. I stood up and left Olia's room. I was looking out the window, studying the field, when Mom peeked into my room. Enough playing around. It's your first day at school tomorrow. Go to bed. You should sleep properly. You don't want to be teased for being sleepy, right? These are such weird things to get teased about. Like, I've slept in class before and nobody cared. Adults think everything is so simple, as if sound sleep would ensure my classmates would like me. I covered myself with a blanket up to my neck and listened to the house humming, to something invisible rustling in the corners. Teased. For being sleepy? My inner voice had a question for me. Do I want to hear that mysterious flute again? Yes or no? Maybe it's just a part of growing up and I can't fully understand my own desires. The forest wailed behind the barrier that was my walls. Some ethereal entity wandered the fields. Branches shook as if calling for me. The wind howled on in the night. My thoughts were like annoying flies that entered my head before becoming weak and tangled. I didn't notice how I fell into slumber. What? Aw. Damn it. This is so cool. Oh my gosh. Thank you for completing episode 1 of Tiny Bunnie. Did you enjoy it? Do you want to know what happens next? We're already working hard on the continuation of the story. Please, for the love of God, tell me that the next part is already out or I'm going to be so mad. That was so cool. Was that there before? At the very start, was that there? Hey, Bunnie. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, well, that's it for now, because I haven't eaten all day and I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go find something to eat. And, yeah, this is an insanely cool game. I'm definitely playing the rest of it. It's creepy and I love it. Nope, the cat was not there. I don't know if that's a cat. It looks like an owl. Second part is out. Oh, thank God. Okay, yeah. I will play that as soon as possible. Luckily, I don't have much to do these days because I work seasonal and it's not summer and therefore nobody is staying at hotels, so I have nothing to clean there. So, you know, yeah. This is so cool and I cannot wait to play the rest of it. Okay, yeah. See you guys later. I don't remember what the hotkey is for ending the stream, so I'm just gonna do this. Goodbye.